Okay, so today is day number 4, and I am feeling a lot better than I did yesterday. I ended up going to work today, and it felt kind of long, um, but I'm glad that I went. Uh, the people that I've confided in with what has happened has they've been so incredibly kind and supportive, and I just feel really held by the people that I'm surrounding myself around. There was a moment at work where like my chest was feeling really, really tight as I was just thinking about some things about that about that just the situation. But that passed, and I was able to talk to one of my best friends, and I spoke to her for like a couple hours, and that was extremely helpful. And we are planning a trip for the end of the year, which is very exciting. This whole situation has kind of given me a thirst for life that I didn't really have while I was in the relationship. And I feel like I didn't even realize that until now. And I'm just realizing I want to live an extremely full life, and I want it to be full of adventures and new opportunities, and I want to try new things, and I want to experience just a lot. And I'm just realizing that I'm free in a way that maybe I wasn't when I was in that relationship. I'm just free to do whatever it is that I want to do without having to worry about another person. I feel like maybe when I was in that relationship, like I got smaller, or what I wanted was just really, really small. And now that I'm no longer in that relationship, everything feels so like big and expansive, and like the possibilities are endless. And it's like, I want to travel to the places that I want to travel to. I want to travel the way that I like to travel, And it's like, I don't want to have to be bogarted or just doing what somebody else wants to do without factoring in my needs. And I think that's what it really is. It's like my needs weren't really being accounted for, so now I'm like, oh, I can do whatever I want. I can do it however I want to do it. So yeah, I am planning a trip with my best friend, and we're going to go somewhere that we want to go to, that we actually really enjoy, and not having to worry about if this other person likes it or if they don't like it because they don't like hot weather. And it's just like I get to go and do what I want to do. And I get to lounge around, and I get to plan things the way that I want to plan things. And it's like, yeah, this weekend I am going to it's called, I forget what it's called. Hold on. Where's my phone? It is called Despair Sanctuary. I was looking online because when I spoke to like my boss, she was like, you should do a rage room. And I was like, I should do a rage room. And I was looking on Reddit and people were mentioning certain rage rooms. And somebody was just like, I just want to scream. I just want to be able to scream at the top of my lungs and let out what it is that I'm feeling that way. And they mentioned this place called Despair Sanctuary, where it's just like a church where they have like a lineup of things. But what really caught my eye was the communal screaming. And it reminds me of the movie Midsommar, where Florence Poe's character goes through a betrayal and she's crying and she's wailing and it's guttural and it's animalistic, and the women surround her and they're mimicking her cries and her screams and her wailing. And I've seen that movie like 7 times. And I think it showcases grief in a way that really resonated with me at the time. And that scene has always stuck with me because I'm just like, where can I find some of that? Like, I just want to scream with other people. I want to, yes, I want to scream, and I want to scream with other people. And it's like, I haven't really been able to find a place to do that. And people are like, oh, go scream in a forest. And it's like, I don't live near a forest. I'm not going to go scream at a park. You know, I'm not going to go scream in my apartment. I like scream into a pillow very often if I need to, but that's it. And this feels like it'll be extremely healing. I'm also going to hang out with one of my old coworkers and catch up with her. And I'm planning something with my friends to go see a concert. I have a concert at the end of this month, and my life just feels like it's filling up in a way that it wasn't filling up before I got in this relationship, while I was in this relationship. And I'm just realizing, like, I want to live a full life, even if it's like by myself. I deserve a full life, a life full of joy, a life full of happiness. And I'm gonna give that to myself. So I'm very much looking forward to Saturday. I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow, the end of the year, in a couple of months. I have things to look forward to, and I think that's really going to help me move through what I'm moving through, because I'm very mindful that I don't want to be depressed. And I don't feel like that's going to happen because I am sitting with what's coming up and I'm letting it move through me, and I'm just not letting myself drown in my emotions. And it helps to be around other people. It helps to be doing new things. So, yeah, today was a good day. I also bought a new journal, and I'm very excited. I love starting new journals. And yeah, day 4 is not a lot of time, and I said to myself today, like, maybe this is the eye of the storm. I'm sure there'll be moments where I'll feel fine, and then, you know, I will be crying or I will be angry. So I'm just enjoying how I'm feeling now and taking things day by day.